Hello viewers, welcome to New Zim TV News. I am Leopold Munende. Stories making the headlines. Deal with yourself first before calling for sanctions removal, Chamisa tells President Emmerson Mnangagwa. BT, Watchman Ncube eligible to contest at MDC Congress. In the courts, treason accused MDC Member of Parliament Joanna Mohombi granted bail. And in sports, Dynamos Caps United clash in Charity Cup. And now for the news in detail. MDC President Nelson Chamisa has urged his political rival, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, to stop calling for the removal of sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe by Western powers until he cleanses himself from what he described as the ZANU-PF leader's evil behavior. Speaking at this year's International Women's Day celebrations in Chitungwiza on Friday, Chamisa told hundreds of female MDC activists that as much as he would want the so-called sanctions to be removed, Mnangagwa must do away with all his bad habits.
Deal with yourself first. Let's deal with these sanctions once and for all. But in order for us to do that, let's deal with ourselves first. Andizwe? Toona kuti vanosara vakateya papi. Istaronga nzira dzedu dzese tadzironga. Ungaita gu EU vari kuchema nemi. America vanochema nemi. Iwo ndakumboenda kuChina. China yacho inenge ichingokusekera. Havakupika na chinhu bhoza vanenge dangerous gerem. Russia the same. Vanoona because munhu wese anoda kuyanana nemunhu wanoziva kuti kana tatsvodana handisari ndine nhamo.
The European Union and United States have renewed sanctions on Zimbabwe for its failure to implement political, social and economic reforms. Former MDC rebels Tendai BT and Watchman Ncube will be able to contest in the opposition party's May Congress, party spokesperson Jacob Mafume has said. There had been confusion as to whether the two will be allowed to contest, as the party's 2014 constitution stipulates that one has to have served in the party for a consecutive 5 years.
There's no questions of people like Tendai BT or people like Watchman Ncube being outside the template. The histories are put together, and in any event, in a situation where a corporation is unbundled, and in a situation where it bundles up again, the histories of the people are not forgotten. They continue within the context of the bundling up. So there are no need for waivers, etc., etc. It is clearly understood, and the party membership is not confused, and it will be followed as such. Where there are confusion, that confusion will be clarified.
The two former Secretary Generals, Ncube and BT, left the party in 2005 and 2013 respectively, before being readmitted via a loose pre-election pact ahead of last year's harmonized election. BT has since been appointed Deputy National Chairperson, while Ncube currently serves as Vice President. In the courts, treason-accused MDC Member of Parliament Joanna Mohombi was today granted $3,000 bail. She has spent 6 days in state custody and will be back in court on 19 March. Meanwhile, Alwin Tigere, a police officer standing as state witness on Friday, exonerated Simbachi Kore, who is son-in-law to former President Robert Mugabe and was facing charges of unlawful detention. Tigere argued that the complainant, Betha Zakeo, was never detained but stayed out of her own volition at the Zimbabwe Airways offices. The state has asked for postponement of the case as it awaits a testimony from the accused's former lawyer, Philippa Phillips. In business, online money transfer entity WorldRemit says its cash inflows into Zimbabwe from various countries across the globe grew by 150% in a development signifying that the brand is gaining considerable market share in the cash transmission sector. In the arts, Sungura artist Gift Amuli has cried foul over what he claims was brutality by Gweru Municipal Police after he was left nursing injuries sustained in a freak accident. This comes after Gweru Municipal Police threw spikes at a moving car he was traveling in earlier this year, resulting in an accident that left him with a broken hand. The Wamatuka hitmaker is now appealing for donations of up to $2,000 to undergo treatment in neighboring South Africa. We are taking a short break. We'll be back soon.
Many people have been asking me how did I manage it, because they could see that everything was there, everything was just happening, things were being paid. So I've told people that it was through Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. So I would advise everyone to join this Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. Their policy is good because it took all the weight off my shoulders.
And in sports, Dynamos coach Lloyd Chigowe will have a chance to measure progress of his new squad when his side takes on town rivals Caps United in a Passion Events Charity Cup on Sunday. Mablanyo, as he is affectionately known, has assembled a new team led by club returnee Edward Sadomba in what promises to be an interesting season for the Glamour Boys. To end this bulletin, here are the main stories once again. Deal with yourself first before calling for sanctions removal, Chamisa tells President Emmerson Mnangagwa. BT, Washman Ngube eligible to contest at MDC Congress. Treason accused MDC Member of Parliament, Joanna Mohombi, granted bail. And in sports, Dynamos Caps United clash in Charity Cup. Reporting for Newzim TV, I am Leopold Munende. For these and more stories, do log on to our website www.newzimbabwe.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel Newzim TV, and follow us on Twitter @newzimbabwe.com.